Hey guys, today we're going to talk about the CRKT Sweet Kiss. Make sure guys, check us out. We are on Facebook now, http www.facebook.com/bushcraft412. Also check out our little secret Bushcraft 412 survival group on Facebook as well, for kind of discreet way to talk to other people without it being on your timeline for everyone to see. Alright, so Sweet Kiss, very popular, been around a long time, inexpensive, very well-known, well-trusted little blade design. I'm trying to up the amount of small fixed blades I have, primarily for like defensive carry. I've been trying to make sure to carry a small fixed blade on a fairly regular basis, if not every day. So I think right now I'm batting about 75%. One of the big barriers I've found is that EDCing a fixed blade is really a little more dependent on the type of outfit you have. Certain outfits work better than others. It can be a real challenge to find just the right knife. So I wanted to expand out, get a few more small fixed blades to add into the mix, into the rotation. So this Sweet Kiss is very similar to the CRKT Obake that I reviewed, what is it, like a week or so ago. It's a small little tiny fixed blade, simple, and can be used as a neck knife. You can, obviously put it in your pocket, or use this to wrap around your belt or a belt loop and just tuck it into your waistband. So the knife itself is pretty simple, guys. You look at it, it's like, what is it, like a little 4-inch blade, Tonto style. These two little handle scales held on with Torx bits. A little lanyard hold, it comes with a little bit of leather. Nothing fantastic. It came, sharp enough to cut paper and all that stuff. 8 CR13 MOV steel. Nice sharp edge, thin edge to it. Holds good in the hand, good grip. You got that little bit of leather there in case you go off the end. I wish there was maybe a little jimping on the back, but I understand why they didn't do it. Sheath is very simple. Fold over. I don't know if it's Kydex, injection molded or whatever, but it has very good retention. Here it's got a very good snap to it. It is not coming out. I think part of the reason is because they do have these oversized screws that protrude, and those, there is kind of a little divot, tough to see there, for them. So I think a lot of your retention is with that screw, so they hold in really well with that. You do have this little hole here, so if you want to make some other kind of way to attach this, it's also very possible. This will work as a neck knife, and it does have enough retention where I would use it as such. Also a little drain hole in case you do get water or whatever in here. So I've carried this as a neck knife, I've carried it in the pocket, and I've also carried it around a belt loop and just tucked it in successfully, all three. As far as this versus the Obake, I think the handle's a little more comfortable. Like I said, outfit choices make a big deal. If this has got to be up against my skin, because I'm carrying it inside the waistband, this is pretty comfortable, where the Obake could tend to rub me a little raw after a long day. So it's about that, little same size, shape, weight, all that, so it's just another different option. I just think it has that different handle there, which I think is a little more pleasant. And I think also too, the fact that this is all black, it doesn't have that weird pattern to it, Very nice looking knife, simple. Cuts nice, is a very good utility knife, so if this is something, this is, the cool thing about this knife is it will work as an EDC knife. It's a very simple Tonto design. The edge is thin enough where you can cut cardboard, you can open packages, cut food, prepare food, do all that stuff, because it is a stainless. But at the same time, you can keep it back as a good defensive knife. So it's a good all-around thing. And at 14 bucks shipped, this thing is like a no-brainer, which is why there's like literally 47,000 reviews of this on YouTube. So, like I said, guys, I wanted to expand. I wanted to make sure I had, enough. And what I found is this and the Obake carry very similarly. The Obake I like wearing if I have an undershirt on. So say if I'm wearing like a polo or an undershirt under it or something like that, that Obake's nice, because then I don't have that cord wrap rubbing against my side meat. This right here is pretty smooth. I can wear this with just a single t-shirt and it doesn't bother me. It just, that little, there's nothing here that really rubs me wrong or irritates me. So once again, it adds another option to that carry. And that's the whole thing about small defensive blades, is because you can carry them in so many different ways, whether it's around your neck, on your belt, outside the waistband, inside the waistband, in a pocket, in a coat pocket. There's so many different ways, and having a good little variety of these things so that you can find the right choices and the right things. Now, if I only had the Obaki, I could see I'm only going to wear that on days when I'm wearing 2 shirts, which eliminates a lot of the summer. You know, because I don't want to walk around with a big irritated raw spot on my hip where the knife, you know, was pushing against my skin. You know, versus some of the inside the waistband knives are great, but at the same time, you know, they can get in the way of certain things if you're wearing, you know, tucking in or something like that. Not something I want to be wearing. So this gives me, you know, that versatility. And I think when it comes down to EDCing a small blade like this, you know, it is about having enough of variety to cover all your clothing choices. Because in the end, you know, you really don't want them to be seen. I'm not a big fan of neck knives at all. I very rarely wear neck knives unless I'm like out in the woods or something. I don't like them in public because I fear of that knife somehow getting knocked out and skittering across the floor is just terrifying to me. So yeah, so I find this to be pretty good. Sometimes, you know, like when I come home, you know, I'll take it out of the waistband and put it around my neck. And then if I need something just to slice something real quick in the kitchen while I'm cooking dinner, you know, I don't have to run over to the drawer and get a knife. You know, it's kind of handy, you know, and then opening packages, stuff like that. You know, general utility. It's not too intimidating of a knife if you had to pull this out in the office. Yeah, it's going to draw some looks, but not too awful bad, because it is just a very simple, plain knife and all that. So overall, guys, I think this is a kind of a must-have when it comes to the small EDCs. You know, I think if you're going to start getting into that, this is a great way to start. This, the Obaki, and amongst many others. But yeah, these are really a decent, you know, good texture to that handle too. I like it. I like it. But yeah, it's a good start. So there it is, guys. CRKT Sweet Kiss. Hiya.